It's a good question. And I'll tell you how I came to that conclusion, and you'll probably do the same thing. Trial and error. You try all the different training styles. You do 6 weeks of, high volume, or training your body, maybe multiple times a week, more than one time a week. Then do, low volume, training with only training each body part once a week. You'll find the system that works best for you. For me, it was, my body overtrained really easily. So it resonated with me when Mike Menser or Dorian would talk about lower volume training. And I'm not talking, I never really did one set of one exercise. I would do, a couple set, like 1 or 2 sets of each exercise. So I would pick, let's say for back, 4 exercises. The first exercise, of course, you have to warm up. So I might do 3 or 4 sets of pull downs, okay, with the last set being my heavy set. And then every exercise after that, I would do 2 sets only. So if I'm doing 4 total sets, that might be 8 sets there, plus the warm-up, 8, 9, or 10. So I might be doing like 9 sets, total for back, which would be considered low volume for what most people do, which is 15 to 20 sets for back. So I was doing lower volume, not like crazy low volume, lower volume, so I could really focus on the stuff I was doing. Like I said, I think I was doing 8. Remembering back, I think it was 8 total sets I would do for back. And my back grew better that way because I was lifting heavier and I wasn't worrying about, I have to do 20 sets. So every set that I did, I put a maximum effort into. And I felt that I extracted more out of that and that I wasn't overtraining, because my whole thing was, if you're going to, let's say let's take bench pressing, for instance. If you're going to do incline pressing, okay, and your max press that you can do 4 good reps with is 405. And that's what it was for me. Whether you do 405 on the incline bench, okay, during your workout in 6 sets or 7 sets total, or you do 405 on the incline for 4 using 15 or 17 sets total, you're getting the same benefit because you're growing from that heavy set you've done, assuming you're doing full range of motion. It was the heavy set that's going to break down the most fibers in your body. If you're doing 17 sets, however, you might be just overtraining the muscle because you're really not getting an additional benefit from doing all these pump sets and extra sets and warm-up sets in there. Whereas when you're doing less sets, you're getting the maximum effort, but you're not obliterating the muscle, or as Lee Haney would say, you're not annihilating the muscle, you're stimulating the muscle. And it gives your body a better ability to recover because you're not over damaging the muscle to the point where it's maybe you've exhausted the nervous system at the same time that you've exhausted the muscle. And I felt that I grew better like that. Now there's other people who maybe can't generate that kind of intensity or lift that heavy, and they feel that their body does better and they see the results of it being better with doing higher volume, meaning more sets, not as heavier weight, but really more squeezing type stuff, because that's how their body responds. So you have to do this and figure this out by trial and error. I can't tell you you're definitively going to respond this way or that way. Most people do, however, respond well to less volume, higher intensity. I've just seen it but there are the people out there that are different. So that's why I never make a blanket statement like that.